Grudgingly.
Grudgingly consensus.
Yeah. No.
I'll go. I'm there begrudgingly. And here's why. We don't have the exact number right now, but we know we are operating a district that was built for significantly more students than we have right now.
I think that's a fair statement.
Whether it's 9,600, 13,000, whatever it is. Our current enrollment of 7,400, well, actually, the birth rate, which is actually an even longer-term predictor, indicator of what enrollment is going to be, seems to have leveled off. So we think we're not going to continue to see the decline, but there's no evidence that we're going to see a big uptick either. We think it's going to remain flat. If you look at the birth rate, that suggests that enrollment will remain relatively flat. So we don't expect to be back at 13,000 or 9,600 in the foreseeable future. But we're maintaining more of everything than we need. We're maintaining 2 high schools. We're going to be maintaining multiple baseball diamonds, softball fields, bleachers, all of those other things. I guess I'll conclude my remarks with I am begrudgingly acknowledging that the feedback we've gotten is that the people who responded strongly favor scenario A. I hope that it should not go without saying that the public needs to be prepared to spend a lot more money to keep things the way they are. We could have better facilities for our students, for our staff, and for our community, and spend less money, and yet we're choosing not to. And to me, that makes absolutely no sense at all. But that's the information, that's the feedback we've gotten. So I don't think that's on us. I think that's on the community for not giving us the feedback that we needed to take a much further, longer-term view rather than the short-sighted duct tape and bubble gum approach that we're about to take.
I will say that I think I'm in a similar position as John Lauterbach. I heard the community. I read hundreds of pages of comments. I will say that I found a number of the comments to be, I don't know if anecdotal is the right word, but you know, the Midland-Dow rivalry, I understand it's important. I didn't go to, Midland or Dow, but I did go to school in a town that had a very fierce rivalry. And certainly I would have feelings if, you know, my school closed. However, I think that we have to look forward, and I think that comments regarding the rivalry are looking present and past and not envisioning what our future could look like and how we could really make the greatest facilities for all of our students, not just one new elementary and one new middle school. And I understand that there will be upgrades to all the schools. The other thing that really struck me was the number of comments about the cost, but a lot of the comments seem to compare A to B, and they seem to be saying that B costs too much, but yet A costs more. And then to kind of talk about something that's already been spoken about here, but under A, we're going to maintain 9, what I'm going to call old buildings, and we're going to spend the money to upgrade and maintain those. Under B, we're going to maintain 8. So we're going to maintain fewer old schools, which means we're going to have lower costs of maintenance with a brand new school that will, I assume, will have limited funds, you know, obviously some maintenance required, but will just cost less generally. So I'm grudgingly going to discuss A, but I think that A is a tiny bit short-sighted compared to B.
So in light of all that discussion, I want to check in again about our consensus around A. All of the concerns duly noted, understanding what our future might hold, but for this moment in time, should we dig deeper into A and the components of A, setting aside scenario B? So we had sort of consensus on this side, Brad.
Grudging consensus.
Yes, yes, yes. No, duly noted, but Jen, knowing that you were still grappling with this, how do you process that in alignment with scenario A?
Begrudgingly ready to go for A. I mean, like, that's where I think we're all
Okay.
are.
Brad?
I don't want to use that word. I don't think that that's right at all. My personal opinion. If we are going out and we're going to invest $200 million into our students and into Midland Public Schools and into our children, I'm not begrudgingly about anything.
You're right.
I'm happy to move forward with A. I think it's a great thing. I think it's an awesome thing for our district. I will support it, and I will be very, very confident in that, but I just want the public to know that 4, 5, 6, 7 years from now, we're going to be really talking about scenario B and going in that direction. We still have aging facilities across the district. They're old, and we have to be great stewards of the money that the public is willing to invest in our district. But at the same time, this is not a one-time ask. We're coming back in the future, and we're going to work together, and we probably will be working in that direction. But it's not today.
Thanks for reminding us of what I said at the beginning.